So it's time to do the closeout. I will try to be quick and wrap up in under 10 minutes. So just very briefly, the number one, your opinion really counts. We are really listening to what you have to say about this conference, especially the bad things, the things that will make it better next year. So just very briefly, this will be in the survey that's already up on the website. So we really encourage you to fill this survey and let us know. But just very briefly, just shout your opinion. So right mix of talks. Was this the right mix of talks? Who thinks it was the right mix of talks? Who thinks it was not? Wow, really? Nobody? Oh, wow. So what's your comment? I will repeat, just. Yeah, I think some of the talks were not the right audience, at least judging from my own perspective. This could be someone else's. Okay, so the e-commerce were not interested. Okay, all right. Okay, so I saw only one hand. Okay. There was another one? Another comment? Frank?
Similar comment. I thought some of the retailing talks were technically shallow.
Okay, so retail talks technically shallow. Okay. Any other comments about this part? Okay. Favorite parts? No favorite? Okay.
I would just follow up on that one. I wouldn't say I'm not interested in the retail parts. I would like to see more depth there. I think it's an interesting question.
Okay, so it's an interesting topic. You just need more depth. Okay. Lightning talks. So you like lightning talks? Yes. Let me try to parse it. So some of the scientific talks were commercial. They were not commercial. And industrial were some of them. Okay. They were still very interesting. Okay. Any other comments? Yes?
Facebook, Google was great. Hardware talk today was great.
Facebook, Google hardware talks were great.
I thought the panel yesterday was really good.
Which panel? Both or one?
We had both panels.
Both panels were good. Okay, discussion panels. Yes?
Tutorials were both ends of the spectrum. One tutorial I attended was way too vendor-oriented.
Okay.
And the other one was more academic and it was fantastic.
Okay, so tutorials were on both sides of the spectrum. One was very sale-oriented, the other was was fantastic, the academic one. Okay, any other comments about this part? Yes, Ani?
So, I think that there's still sort of gulf between the scientific and the non-scientific talks, meaning there needs to be some way to bridge the gap between them.
In what respect? So there's a gap between science.
It's like, at least to me, it seems like we're talking about two different universes.
Okay, so science and industry, two different universes, and we need to bridge them more. We need to talk more about it, because I'd like to understand where exactly you're going with this. Yes, any other comments about this part? Yes?
I want to talk about data structures per se.
Okay, so nobody talked about data structures. Okay. Anything else about that part? Actually, if I turn it, I will see it maybe. So least favorite parts. What was your, there must be a least favorite, right? No, but nothing is like at the very top. So what is it? Yes?
Get this Kickstarter, the vegetarian portion of the food was less.
More vegetarian food. All right. Anything else? Come on, there must be something that was not done perfectly, right? Yes?
Sometimes I wanted to ask a question after those 5-minute talks.
Okay. So no time to ask questions after 5 minutes talk. So the plan was that the speakers were supposed to be outside, and that was the time for questions during the long coffee breaks. So maybe they were not there. Maybe that's an issue. So we will try to make sure next year that they really are in some places. Yes, I can see a few hands here. Yes? I see. A few minutes for questions for everyone.
1 minute after each one.
Sure. A few minutes after the whole session. Yes?
Yeah, just to on that, maybe perhaps even get the talk with the
More time between talks, between the longer talks. Yes. Right, okay. We are trying to compress as much as we can into 2 days. And I know 3 days would be even harder for people to come. That's the reason. Yes? More demos, okay. I see. So short break just before the lightning talks. Okay. Yes?
Quick thing to add, like, for some of the presentations, they were too company-oriented, so like more about data, talking.
Okay, so talks were too company-oriented and you want more like technical details. Okay, some of them, sure, yes.
I think it's an interesting idea to have people from industry showing us their numbers, but I think what would make it even more interesting would be if, whatever numbers they're willing to show us, if before the conference they could try to put them all on like a few graphs so that we could look at number of whatever bytes of Exxon and number at Target, and it would be kind of cool to whatever numbers they're willing to reveal to try to plot all the industry on a few graphs so that we can look at them all and form a picture. Like, oh, I see, Exxon deals with 10 times as much data as Target or not, or the other way.
Okay, so you are putting even more work on us.
That would be, or they can do
But
it, make them do it.
sure, I can. Okay, so the idea is to prepare for the talks and have some kind of summary so that you can get the picture and compare them before they are talking. Okay, all right. Any other comments? I think I've seen one more hand here. No, yes? Visualization. Okay, we had a session like that about 2 years ago, so we may come back. Okay, anything else? All right, so where were we? So we were at the list for tutorials. So we talked about tutorials, demos. Were they okay?
Demos were less, right? We have only few demos.
Sure, yeah. Two on each day. So just propose more. We didn't reject any demos, so we just had 4 proposals. All right, so let's move on. So next conference, do you have any topic suggestions? Right now, what topics should we try to cover at the next conference? What, domains?
Jacek, I mentioned this before, I think the
Gaming industry, okay.
that might even bridge science.
Okay, we have some connections there. Okay, yes? Utility, manufacturing, and machine-generated data. Okay. We had some of those discussions at the workshop, so we can expose it at the conference. Yes?
One thing that came up in a couple ways would be nice to see an actual plot on
Data fusion issues. Okay. Yes?
interested in graphs and semantics.
Graphs and semantics. So we are attacking graphs at the workshop tomorrow. So this is the first time we are talking about graphs. So that was the plan. We will go into details, see what comes out, and then at the next conference, we will hopefully expose it at the conference. Any other suggestions? And obviously, feel free to suggest, topics at any time. Just, send me an email. Yes, Clark?
Good scale, I think it's the right size, being able to feel like it's big enough to have a lot of content, a lot of diversity, small enough to be very.
Okay, so the right size, so you can still interact. Okay, how do you feel about use case day? If we have enough use cases that people submit ahead of time and then we organize those people together and bring some experts and talk about it for a day, do you think that would be good? I see yes. So it's just, but you do have to submit those use cases. We can submit one from LSST, but that's not enough. So we really need like,
You get 2, I get you one.
Yes, you promised one. And so, but 2 is not enough. We really need like at least 5 or 6 solid use cases to get it going. What's your opinion about hackathon? Yes or no? So yes, who thinks it's a good idea? Okay, so I see. So this is basically where you put, people together in the room and throw some ideas, and they actually do the coding overnight, or they have 24 hours, and then at the end they present what they've done. So people from different communities, people with different backgrounds, people working on different things, they just, when they get together and form groups, they come up with very interesting, very unique solutions that they would otherwise not think about. Just, Look on the Wikipedia. Yes?
That might be interesting as a way to reach out to students.
Yes, definitely, yes. So right, reaching to students.
To get a sponsor to play.
Right.
Are you thinking a tutorial for the hackathon or the Tuesday, Wednesday night thing? Or?
Probably separate, yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. We haven't really thought about it much. It's just, an idea. Yes? Okay. So overlap it with some sessions with tutorial. Okay. All right. Yes?
Encourage sponsors to make available sample data that can be released to the community for people to analyze and get an idea.
So you said encourage sponsors to release data. Why only sponsors?
Oh, because I think that you could probably apply some pressure to
I see. Okay. But we can try it with, yes. I mean, we had some ideas along those lines. So that's part of the use case, actually. So provide sample data and provide sample queries. Yes?
Just on scheduling, I'd like to see the SLAC tour scheduled on tutorial day so you don't have to choose between missing half a day.
Okay, so SLAC tour on a tutorial day. Then you will miss tutorials. And there's only like 1/3 of the people attending tutorials. So that's, but we can try it. Okay.
Or an evening Slack tour?
But then we have dinner on the first. So would you stay for the SLAC tour after like we end today?
Sure.
Okay, interesting. We could probably do this. What? Monday. Oh, after tutorials, Monday night. Okay, so some people could travel early if they come only for the conference. All right, interesting suggestions. Anything else? Any other suggestions about this part? All right, so moving on. Please stay active. So many of you voted for the lightning talk, so that's good. If you haven't and you still want to, please feel free. Online survey, it's up on the website, so please give us your feedback. Submit your use case, or many use cases if you have them. Just break it into pieces. Sponsor our event. As I said before, because of the DOE restrictions, which are really weird, without sponsors, we can't really feed you. So you would only get like a donut per day or something like that. So let's see what else. Help advertise XLDB. We could just, put some advertisement here and there, but we don't want to dilute community in some unexpected way. So we are really trying to reach out to the right people, the right communities, the right companies. So that's why probably we are not growing as fast as we possibly could. And we are not after really growing and bringing 700 people here. But still, I met some people who learn about this conference like 3 days before the conference. There are some strange ways where people connect with us. There are some people here who saw that my wife just posted on her Facebook that, hey, my husband is organizing this conference. And people came, people who are really interested in this, I was at Oktoberfest last year, and then I happened to sit next to the person who was speaking today, and you just said that you liked his talk. So honestly, just think about it. You have a year or so. Talk to your neighbors. One of my neighbors is working at eBay. This is how I got connected with eBay. So help us bring the right people, not random people, but think about it. Bring one person, ideally from a different company, not your colleague from the same office. And we will have a stronger, bigger community that really cares about XLDB. So please think about it. This is the number one thing that you could do to help us, to keep it, the same style. Tweet about it, blog about it. Probably the right people are following your tweets if you are tweeting about this kind of things. Let's see, miscellaneous. So slides, actually most of them are already on the website. Just the agenda page on the right side, the PDF side, PDF logos. The videos will be posted in 1 month from today on YouTube. For those who are participating in the workshop, just show up in the same area. It's one of those buildings where we had demos. Make sure you pick up your parking pass because we are basically the parking arrangements are different. Let's see. I like to thank. Before I thank sponsors, I'd like to thank Bridget and her team because, honestly, she helped me tremendously. So you see, last year, it was the first time we were working together with the Stanford conference team. So it was kind of bootstrapping. I was still doing a lot of all this work, and she was helping me. She was still doing a great job and did a lot. This year, it was so easy. I was just, just do the same, just fix this and improve this, and the rest just replay it. And it happened. So thank you very much, really. I mean, she saved me a lot of time. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Chevron, HP Vertica, Exxon, Cloudera, SciDB, Hypertable, IBM. Thank you very much. It really helps. And thank you all for attending. You made it, a success. You made it happen. So thank you very much. And do come back, in a year.